Second unit we studied about arrays. Second concept is strings. Next next concept is structures. Next final concept is pointers. The second unit is a big unit compared to all the remaining 5 units. So that's why, and in the second unit you can find 4 different concepts. Out of that 4 different concepts, out of that 4 different concepts, okay. Uh, okay, out of that 4 different concepts, it is a structure is very important concept. Now let us verify in detail about the structures. Okay, okay, come to the concept. The structure. Today we discuss structures in 3 concepts. First one is the structures and defining structure. First point. Second point, nested structures. Third point, arrays of structures. Okay, so within these 3 points, we can conclude our class session. Okay, along with this theory, we will discuss about practical session also. So that is outlook of today's session. Okay, main topic is structure. The structure contains 3 concepts are there: structures and defining a structure. Next, after that we will discuss about nested structure. We know already what is nested loop, what is nested if statement, like that structures also nested here. Next, third concept is array of structure. You know already about arrays. Okay, now we can mix the arrays and structure. That is a different concept. Now let us verify uh, first concept, that is a structure. Here you can note down definition of structure. A structure is a collection of variables. A structure is a collection of variables of different data types under a single name. Here you can think about array. What is the definition of array? Array is a collection of similar data items. Here some difference is there. The structure is also collection of variables. Array is also collection of variables. So difference is the array is a collection of similar data elements. Means array is a collection of variables of same type. Here main difference is the structure is also collection of variables of different data items, and we can give single name for that collection. For suppose array, the size of array is 100. Out of 100, for all 100 values we can give only one name. Like that, the structure is a collection of variables of different types. Structure is a collection of variables of different types. We will give a single name. Next, you think about structure. Structure is a collection of very different data items. Each and every different data item is called as member. So that's why the second line, the variables are called as members of the structure. I will explain the structure, a syntax, or all these things. First, let us verify the theoretical concept of the structure. Okay, first what I explained, definition. A structure is a collection of variables of different data types under a single name. Second one, all the variables are called as members of the structure. Next, structure is a is called as a user defined type. Okay, we know there are so many data types are there. Data types primarily divides into primary data type, user defined data type, derived data type. So that's why it is comes to one of the type of the structure, one of the type of the data type, that is user defined type. Now what are the basic points of the structure? Structure is definition of the structure, and what we can call the members. Member is element or a variable in the structure. Next, finally, the structure is one of the type of user defined data type. Let us verify the structure. Okay, all of you know down this syntax of the structure. Red color is the syntax of the structure. Okay, in this syntax, you can find. In this syntax, you can find uh, first one. It starts with a struct. Struct. Struct is the keyword. We know 32 keywords are there. Now we can use one more keyword, that is the struct. Next, this next one, name of the structure. Structure name means variable name, like that. What type of name we have to give? The here we can give the name of the structure, but the structure name is not the keyword, but struct is a keyword. Okay, it is a fixed word. It is a fixed word, so that's why that's very important. So structure is the okay. In the syntax, you can find two parts: struct the keyword and the name of the keyword. Next, the structure contains open brace and closed brace. That must be required. Within that open brace and closed brace only, we have to declare the information. Each and every information you can find variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, and each and every member contains a different data type. Here, no need to maintain the same type. Here, we can use different data types. So that's why data type is especially mentioned the data type 1, data type 2, data type 3. So all these data types are nothing but primary data types. So in that way, next here it allows more number of variables, and finally we have finished the structure with this semicolon symbol. Without the semicolon symbol, it is not allowed. That becomes one error. So that is a simple simple structure. Okay, what is the structure? Finally, structure contains one structure keyword and structure variable name, and the structure enclosed with open brace and closed brace, and within that open brace and closed brace there are so many variables you have to declare. Each and every variable must be defined its data type. So there is no common data type. We can use any type of data type. Some types uh, we can use int type. We can use uh, some type. We can use int type. Okay, float type, or char char type, or double type double type, or any array type. Also we can use for this define the structure variable type. In that way, we can define each and every variable with a particular data type. Collection of that all different type of different data types collectively called as structure, that collectively named with this structure name, and entire the thing is enclosed between open brace and closed brace, and that must be ends with one semicolon. So that is, it's very important to implement the program. Uh, Implement the program. Syntax is very important. So that's why I explained very clearly about the syntax. Next, what is the note? The members of the structure do not occupy memory until they are associated with a structure variable. Okay, we know what is the size of the integer? 2 bytes, float, 4 bytes, char, 1 byte, double. So depends on the data type, the memory is allocated. But here, all the things, what variables are declared here, all the things are occupied some different location. Now, the entire different location, entire total memory is reflected to the structure only. Okay, so that is the information we can find here. Okay, next slide. Example. Okay, what is the What is the syntax? Struct. Okay, it's very simple in the example. Okay, what is the example here? Struct is a keyword that is restricted. We cannot use the struct as a variable name. So that is a struct is a restricted word. So structure is a keyword. Next, student. Just think about the student information. What type of information you contain? Your name, your roll number, and percentage in a particular semester. So that is collectively called as a student information. So that's why here student is the name of the structure. Okay, structure already defined with the keyword. Next, entire student information enclosed within open brace and closed brace that ends with the semicolon. And what is the information? Okay, your name, your name declared as a your name declared as a character array. Already yesterday we discussed about the strings. Next, roll number that must be declared in a integer. Your percentage that must average or percentage that must be declared in a float type. There is no compromise. Your name is not written in integer. Your roll number or any phone number is not written in a float or character. So that's why it depends on the information: name, roll number, age. These three are declared with a different data types. Now, but these declared in different data types, but these three elements related to student information, we can accept it. So that's why the student requires this type of information. So entire this type of information is enclosed within open brace and closed brace. Finally, we can use the name of that information is student. So that is called a structure. Okay. So and okay, here what is the name of the structure? Student. How we can use in the following program? Here struct already defined. What is the name of the structure? Student. Okay. Now we can declare the variables of the student also. Here we can declare student 1, comma student 2, student 3. So it is a data type. Student is a data type. What type? Structure type. What is the content in the student? Name, roll number, and average. So whenever we using student, that reflects three different members. First member is name, next member is roll number, next member is average. So now for that for the structure where for the structure structure component, we can declare the variable name also. Now we can declare the names, variable names like uh, variable names like struct1, st2, st3. So at a time we can take one variable name, or otherwise we can take more variable names. In our practice, we can verify that information also. So that is the information about structure. Very simple example. Next one. Next, defining a structure. Defining a structure. Okay, each variable of the structure has its own copy of member variable. Okay, here in this example, st1, st2, st3. Here, three variables means three students' information. First student contains total information. First student st1 can access name, roll number, and average. ST2 also reflect the same information. ST2 name, ST2 roll number, ST2 average, ST3 average. Like that, each and every variable can access all the members of its definition. Okay, that is the first line. Next, how we can access structure variables and its members. Here you can observe two meanings. Okay, two meanings means enter this roll name and roll number average called as members called as mem, mem, members members of the structure, members of the structure. But here But here structure 1 and structure 2, structure 3 called as mm, variable variables of structure variables of structure. So first of all, it is very important to differentiate what is the variables, what are the members within the structure, what contents are there, that is called as members of the structure. And with that student structure and structure name that refers variable names. Here, yes, ST1, ST2, ST3 are called as variables, and name, roll number, average are called as the members of the structure. Okay, let us verify the remaining concepts. Next, uh, the member variables are accessed using the dot operator or member operator. It's very important now in C language. Now we are using the very special operator, that is a dot operator. This dot operator is nothing but just a dot. Okay, by using the dot only, the variables can access its members. What is a member? Member is called as one of the field of the structure. In our example, okay, in the following example, you can see st1 name. st1 is the variable name, of the structure. Dot name is the one of the field. Okay, like that we can use dot operator. Okay, next. Okay, so in that way, uh, first we have to we have to verify we have to verify the variables and member functions. Let us take look into the program. Okay, in this program, I will explain two type of structures: student structure and book structure. What is student structure? Student structure contains students information. What is the students information? Student information is nothing but your roll number, name, and your percentage. Next, book. Title of the book, author of the book, total number of pages, and price. And you can add more number of members. Not only three or four. You can add more number of elements or members. Let us verify. Let us verify the program and go to the programming level. Okay, it is a very simple and best example. Okay, here you can see okay, character. Uh, our variable name is student, structure name is student, struct is the keyword, that must be enclosed with open brace and closed brace. Okay, closed brace. What are the members? Name, roll number, and average. Next, in the main of the function, we have to declare the struct student yes one. So S1 is the variable name of the student. So S1 can access here S1 by using this operator. What are the members are there? Name, next S1 dot roll number, and S1 dot average. In that way, we can access data from that variables. We can pass the data into that variables. So in that way, now to access variables to the members by using dot operator. So dot operator, dot dot operator. The symbolically that is the dot operator. Okay. Okay, let us verify the remaining process. Okay, next. Okay, enter the student. Enter the student details. See, already the program is prepared, so that's why I explain each and everything without any escaping or any speed up. Okay, so that's the first one. Printf. Enter the student details. Scanf. What is the first type? First type, that is a string type. Next one, roll number is the integer type. Next one, float. So that's why for scanf format specifier contains different formats specifier string, the integer and float. Next, what is the variable name? S1. What are the members are there? S1 can access name. Now we are by scanf means to pass the information into the variables. So S1 dot at the rate of ampersand S1 dot name. Next, what is the next field? Roll number. Next, S1 dot average. In that way, we can pass the information. Next, display that same information from the student. Same information from the student. How it is possible? Okay, printf. Name is percentages, percentages, and slash and come to the new line. Roll number is percentage D, average is percentage F. What is the name? S1 dot name, S1 dot roll number, S1 dot average. Let us verify up to here. No errors. Next, we can enter the information. Enter the student details. What is the first field? Name. Kumar. You can use any name. Next, what is the next field? Roll number. Just think that may be in integer. Next one, percentage. Display the student information. Name is Kumar. Roll number is 309. Average is 89.something. So what we explain, what we discuss, okay, the entire information related to only student. So that's why here student is a record. Structure is also called as record. By using structure, we can use the records, register type. Okay, so that's why it is used for record purposes. Okay, all of dear students, now our session is going to close by because time over. Please log in again after 1 minute. Please, okay, please try to log in again. Within 1 minute, our session will be closed. Struct book. Book is the name of the structure. Okay, what are the components of the book? We know the book contains one title, every book published by one author, and a number of pages. Book contains number of pages and price. It is the common information, and entire this thing is enclosed between uh, open brace and closed brace, and that it starts with one structure keyword. Next, one more style of structure, variable declaration. Here in previous example, what in the previous example, how we can declare the structure variable? Struct book AP or PPS. So here I will explain one more style of the declaration, declaring the variables. So here you can find it is a one more style of the declaration of the variables. Okay, already the entire this component called as book, named as a book. Okay, for the book, two variables are declared. One is the AP book, next one is the PPS book. Is also one of the style to declare the variable names. Okay, next. Again, same point. Okay, here what are the variable names? AP and PPS are variables. What are the fields or members? Title, other, and pages, price. Four fields are there. Two variables are there. Now let us verify. I access the two and from the structure. We can access data from, we can store the data into the structure. We can access data from the structure by using scanf and printf statement. Carefully, we have to give the format specifiers in the scanf and printf statements. What is the first field? Title. Title is a string type. Other is a string type. Pages is a integer type. Price is the integer type. So that's why. Enter the AP book. First, let us take one first record, that is AP book. Okay, you know your AP book, AP book, title of the AP book, and other of the AP book, and total pages of the AP book, and total price of the AP book. How we can access? At the rate AP dot title. It is very simple. It's very important by using the dot operator. Okay, AP dot. Okay, what are the fields it can AP can access? You can see here four fields are accessible. AP dot title and AP dot other. Next, mm, AP dot pages. Next, AP dot price. It's over. Next, print the, okay. They at the same time, okay, enter the PPS book details also. You can take any type, any subject name. Okay, for just example purpose only, I use this AP and PPS. Okay, next, same information I have to give PPS title, that is a string type. PPS other, that is also string type. PPS pages, PPS price. So it is a two times we read, one time AP book information, next time PPS book information is also completed. Next, finally, we can print the information. Okay, print book details of AP. Okay, book title, other, okay, number of pages, price. Okay, what is the first field? Book, book title, other, and pages and price. Next one, details of the PPS book. Okay, title, other, name, and pages. All the things are given. Okay. Okay. Let us. There is no difference between previous program and current program. Just we use for our practice. In the previous example, we taken student information. Now we taken book information. That is the difference. No difference. For our practice only, I given additional information. Okay, let us verify and compile and execute this program. Okay. Enter the AP book details. Applied physics. Applied physics. Other, anyone. Okay, here one small mistake is there, so that's why it did mistake. Just a minute. AP. Next, any other. Okay, total number of pages 700. Price 450 rupees. Next, PPS. PPS book Bala Guru Swami is the book author. Next, number of pages 650. Next, the cost 457. The book details of AP. AP. Okay. Mm, AP. Other name is okay. What information we given that printed here. In that way, we can use, we can declare, we can access, we can define the structure. So that is the concept I have to plan to explain in this slide. Okay. Okay, I completed this one. Okay. Yeah, okay. It is very simple and basic concept of structures. Okay. Next, we can take a look about nested structure. Already we know what is nested. Nested means repetition. Nested means repetition. Okay. Okay. What is a nested structure? Nested structure in C nothing but structure within structure. One structure can declare inside another structure, such as the declare structure members. Okay, let us verify the example. Okay, in this example, we know structure address. Here you can find two more structures. Okay, structure address, structure employee. The structure address contains three fields. The structure employee contains two. One of the field of the structure employee is the structure of address. The structure is already declared. So this type of mechanism is called structure within structure. Okay, in this example. Okay, one more example, structure date.